please. Your attention, please. This is your official civil defense broadcast.
One of the great radioactive
Where fallout is heaviest, it can even kill those who have not taken proper shelter.
Broadcasting deep underground in a questionably constructed survivalist bunker is Dave Chaffins and Kenneth Vigue, and your host, as always, Mr. Robots. This episode of the Fallout Hub is brought to you by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Open enrollment for advanced robotics courses starts now. Totally nothing sketchy going on. Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now we're getting.
Say when, Ken.
We're getting good.
Wend. Welcome to hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fallout Hub. We are back with a very special guest who I will be announcing in just a second. But thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Tom, or Robots, and I am joined, as usual, by Ken and Dave. Fellas, how are you? How's it going?
Yes.
It's going.
Talk at the same time. Go.
I love Ken. Oh, shit.
I love Dave.
Well,
wait, what?
Damn it. Now I confess.
Our
my
vibe
love.
check
All
is
right.
not working too well, but everything here is on fleek, and we're ready to go because we have Danny Shorago joining us, the voice of Hamilton.
Hey, how's it going? Hamilton, that's right. Thanks, Tom Hamilton.
I thought you would call me out on that immediately. The voice of Hancock, welcome back. How's it going? How are you?
You took my joke. I mean, where am I supposed to go with that?
I stole it. I stole your joke. This show will be
Tom
everybody.
He will forever be Hamilton to me.
Yeah, I am now Hamilton also. Yes, I'm going to sing
classic
and dance
song
and perform because all I know about Hamilton is that he's a famous stage performer. So
yeah. Alexander Hamilton was kind of like the Justin Timberlake of the 1780s.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect analogy. That's perfect. Yeah. So welcome to the show. We have
Why, thank you. It's great to be here
with us for this big thing we're doing. We're raising a bunch of money for Hearts for Trees, like we talked about before.
Yep.
Ken, that's what
we're doing.
What?
They can't pump that sap around their bark. They don't have hearts. Nobody thought of that. Proof that if there is a God, he's a moron.
Yeah. Freaking God, you should have given trees hearts.
That's science.
We're going to be using science.
That's science.
Fossilized mosquitoes, and we're going to be putting the heart back into the trees.
Heart back into the trees.
It's touching. I'm personally touched.
The American Heart Association is doing a Plant a Tree fundraiser, which you'd wonder, well, why trees? Why
trees?
Well, they did an interesting study and found that in American inner cities that historically were stripped of green spaces, there are heart disease rates that are 25% higher than the same kind of spots in inner cities that have been planned out with green spaces. So a lot of the extra smog, pollutants, all of that crap that's floating around the neighborhoods. Additionally, the heat temperatures in summer, neighborhoods that obviously have green spaces and trees are a lot cooler. So the impoverished, the elderly, children are in these homes that aren't well air conditioned. And even if they are, the cost of bringing the temperature down in those spaces is really prohibitive for a lot of people. So the American Heart Association has been doing some amazing work putting green spaces back into inner cities.
Wow.
And
very cool, very, very cool cause. And we've already hit a milestone with this.
Yeah,
it's been a few days.
I was just going to say that in 2 days since we've been doing this we'll be going through Sunday. We blew the roof off the $5,000 goal. We're now at $6,502.49 on our way to 10,000, which will plant 100 mature trees, which will make a dramatic difference.
100 trees.
100 trees.
Actual trees.
Actual trees. So we have to raise the roof again, as the kids say. And I'm using all the lingo that's popular. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been working on my lingo. So we're raising the roof.
Give me
some
another.
more.
Do another. Do another.
Do another?
Do another.
Yeah,
another lingo.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm pretty hip to the jive with the kids these days. So the people still say that, right?
No,
No.
they don't.
Well,
The big
sorry.
story here is actually Tom's new Buddy Holly glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. I turned into an old man and now I have to wear glasses. So that's my whole story. But man, we're super excited to have you here, Danny.
Yes.
And
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
we are going to, in the spirit of you voicing Hancock and the fact that Hancock is a ghoul and one of the most famous ghouls in the Fallout series, we are going to do a ghoul quiz today. We've got 24 questions, all having to do with ghouls. And we have 2 contestants here as well to play along with us. So let's just take this alphabetically. We've got Clinwin with us. Clint, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, Clint's a contestant.
Clint is a
a
contestant.
contestant.
Ah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not a
why.
regular.
he's a fucking wannabe, is what you're saying.
Right.
am.
That's why he's here.
I'm
Yep.
useless. It's okay.
Clint, you look like you belong. You know,
I do belong. I mean, I do
Clint belongs at least somewhere.
somewhere. I'm not sure
You
where.
belong
but
here.
I belong. Okay.
at our bosom, Clint.
Uh,
You are one of us now.
Yeah, on our bosom, Clint.
Welcome.
On our bosom.
On our bosoms. Speaking of bosoms, how would people know about you, Clint?
so the biggest way people know about me is I am the voice of Moose on Chat of Fallout 76 podcast, and that's really like how people really started to know me. And now I've got a Twitch channel, and that's where I'm starting to grow at. So follow me on Twitch.
He's also taking a
Follow me,
little bit
Clint.
of a break from streaming because he is now a brand new daddy.
Aww.
Aww.
Congratulations.
Fine little moose.
Thank you. Little
Now
Moose.
you're in baby jail. Congratulations.
Oh, I am in baby jail. I love
You're
it.
in
I
baby
love it.
jail.
Yeah. Yep. Well, welcome. And we also have another contestant, Rat. Should I just call you Rat?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, my name is Anders, but you can call me Rat.
Anders, Rat.
I'm
That's
Rat.
the name. That's the
I
name
like
you have on
Rat.
here. Yeah. How would people know you? I mean, what would be the best way for people to know you or follow what you do?
Oh, mostly I'm just a big nerd that got invited in to play nicely. So, yeah, people know me around, but that's about it.
Okay. All right.
Nothing to share.
See, this is
Well,
why we
cool.
rehearse, guys.
Well, he,
Yeah.
I can chip in for him a little bit. He does amazing ghoul impressions, which
Ooh, I can't wait.
Danny's going to want to hear ghoul impressions from the both of you. But yeah, he role plays as a ghoul in the community and does a really amazing job with it.
Aw,
Physically in person, like
well,
cosplay and such.
Yes.
Can't wait. You got to tell us where we can see pictures of you doing this.
Yeah, he's
No,
got he's got some.
Why not? I mean, or you can just ignore me. you fucker. Whatever. I'm
Way
just passing
personal, Danny.
Yeah, he's had some amazing artwork done of his character, which you can see on the screen there now.
yeah, that's my pal Balthazar.
Yeah.
Real kindly did a speed run of a new portrait for me, specifically for this. So
It looks
Very
awesome.
nice. So I'm hoping you guys, when you answer our questions, will answer in the voice of a ghoul, which I think will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
oh yeah, you want
That's
this
not-
in
that's not
character
like
because I can
maybe-
do that. Like that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously I know a lot.
Such confidence.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
It's that
And
ghoul
as we go-
confidence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As we go through the questions, then we'll have Danny also chime in. So this is the way it's going to go. We'll ask the question. I'll go ahead and ask the question. And then Danny, you take a swing at it, whether you know the answer or not, and then try to convince whoever's turn it is to answer the question that that's actually the right answer, whether
I
it
love
is
it.
or isn't. And so
I
we're
love
just going to play this up. Before we get started, though, Danny, is there anything that you want to talk up? I mean, we let the contestants talk things up. Is there anything that you've got going on? Anything you want to share with us and our listeners?
I'm back from my vacation. I'm feeling fully vaxxed and tanned and rested.
Sweet.
You know, a lot of people go on and on about.
Nope, he
I actually
disappeared.
spent a
He'll be
couple of
back.
weeks.
There he is.
You hear me now?
Yep,
Yep,
we lost you
you're
for a
back.
quick
I
sec.
think
You're good.
People kind of go on and on about French Polynesia. I feel like it's sort of played out. So I spent a couple weeks in Swedish Polynesia, which is it's pretty gorgeous. It's cold year round. It's right next to Swedish Mononesia. All right, tough crowd. Yeah, now I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm not tan.
I'm trying
I
to
was gonna ask
think.
you about the
I am
fish.
fully
Do they
vaxxed.
have Swedish fish in Swedish Polynesia?
They do.
I
They're
thought,
swimming
like-
around in
I
big
love
pools.
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish are delicious.
I love
And when you pull them out of their natural habitat, they and you bite into them, they ooze this sort of like high fructose corn syrup blood, which is just it's delicious and it
So
drips down the
juicy
front of your
sweet.
shirt.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Sounds
heavenly.
sticky, but wonderful.
It's the best kind of sticky rat.
But is it?
Oh,
though?
another thing, I
But
had
is
some
it-
surgery done.
Mm,
I had a
Oh.
procedure done.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not on camera is I don't have a body anymore. I had my body removed. I had a bodyectomy.
I
It's
thought
covered
about
by
doing
my
that.
insurance
Holy
now.
crap! Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
just disembodied voice.
Ah,
I freely
nice.
move amongst corporeal ones, but
Okay. Okay. What did they do with
I
your
do-
body?
So like no.
What do you do with your body after you get a bodyectomy?
Yeah.
it was served to an indigent family.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Yeah, it was grilled, chopped
Wow.
up, served on is.
Are we talking dry rub or?
I don't know. I was dead. I wasn't there.
Do you?
I mean, I would kind of flit
do
in
you get a tax
occasionally, and then I
cred?
would go off and swim around the galaxy. Do I get a tax cut?
Yes.
no,
Yeah, like a cred. You know, like when you file
Yeah, well,
Sounds like
I
a
have no-
donation to charity.
body for
Yeah.
meat. Right.
I have no body to write off now, so I'm actually my taxes went up a little bit, but the freedom it gives me,
Mm.
again, to just sort of like fly around the galaxy, it's worth it. Trust me.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds really.
Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. When you don't have a body, we've got you covered.
This podcast is also sponsored by mushrooms.
And
So why
Raid,
don't we get
Shadow
into the game
Legends.
show? And Raid Shadow Legends because
Yeah.
they sponsor everything.
They sponsor
Oh
everybody.
man,
Raid.
the internet brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. I'm a cute looking elf and I'm a scary looking troll guy. All right, here we go. Let's start with Clint. Clint,
We're going right
are
into the
you
contest.
ready?
Let's do it.
We're gonna get
go.
into the contest. Are you ready?
I mean, I guess so. Let's do it.
You sound
That's
very
awesome.
ready. All right, question number 1. And theoretically, these should get more difficult as we go. So if the first one's very hard, good luck. Question number 1, and these are multiple choice. What is the name of the ghoul city founded by the inhabitants of Vault 12? And don't answer yet because we're going to let Danny answer first. It's either A, Bacon Bay, B, Necropolis, C, the Ghoulie House, or D, the Underworld. Danny, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with E, Chicken Town.
E, Chicken Town.
Chicken Town.
Is that your final answer?
What
Danny?
what
Yeah.
what happens in Chicken Town?
There's a lot of chickens, and they like you kind of like hang out with the chickens. You can ride a chicken if you're small enough and it's big enough. If it's too big, it'll ride you. A lot of chickens. We do chickening and chicken stuff.
Boy, riding a
Chicken
chicken,
Town.
that takes me back. Good times.
Yeah, getting ridden by a
times.
chicken, that takes me back.
Wait, what?
Chickens
Takes you back
riding
to
me.
win, Ken. Wait. It takes you back to win, Ken.
Yeah. It was a wild time.
He was in
the
the
poultry
chicken
science
fraternity.
days.
It was the
Yeah.
90s. Everyone was listening to Dave Matthews. Things happened.
Riding chickens.
Uh-huh.
It's what we did. Jam bands and
Crash into
chickens.
me, chicken.
What?
So Clint, what
Don't
do you
egg
think
him
here?
on.
What do you think here? What is the name of a ghoul city founded by the inhabitants of Vault 12? And don't look at chat. Chat, no cheating. No cheating, chat. Not allowed.
So, it's Necropolis. I met a couple of good ghouls there, and I heard about it, but I never got to go.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer, Tom.
Let's see if you're right. I have to do
Yes.
the game show, the current
Lovely-
game show
lovely
thing.
ghoul.
Wait. I have to do the current game show thing where we wait like 10 seconds.
Right.
I
Is
just
that to
did
build
this.
suspense
That's-
or what?
Yes.
You are correct.
Small
Miss B
stroke.
Necropolis. Isn't that what every game show does now? They wait forever to tell them if they're right. Like, and it's just like, just tell them the freaking answer. The answer's right there. Anyway, all right. Congratulations. That's 1 point for Clint. Who's keeping score? Anybody keeping score?
All right. Clint,
I'll
lovely,
keep
lovely
score.
doable.
I'll
All
keep
right.
score.
He's keeping score. Let's move on to question 2. This one's for Rat. Rat, you ready?
Yeah, gimme.
Awesome. All right. So the ghoul, Tommy Lonergan, I believe is the way you pronounce the name, ran a fight pit where you meet this companion.
Oh.
A, Hancock, B, Porter Gage, C, Kate, or D, Timmy Shortgun.
Do I go again? Am I
Danny,
doing this
yeah,
every
Danny,
time?
feel free. Yeah, chime in. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with E. David Hasselhoff.
No.
David the Beach Hasselhoff.
I
Famous
heard of
singer.
that guy.
The beach.
See, you kids at home, you missed the pre-show banter. It was pretty stimulating.
The
if I
pre-show
do say
banter
so.
was wild.
We touched on David
Yeah,
Hasselhoff
so-
without touching David Hasselhoff.
You touched on him, but you didn't fully explain, and we're all due for the story, this Hasselhoff story, because you've
We were-
hassled us enough.
We were promised a David Hasselhoff behind the scenes Danny Shorago story.
We'll get to that. Let's
All right.
let's save that as a carrot. That's to keep
Okay.
people tuned in.
Oh,
Are you saying people have to donate to hear the David
a little
Hasselhoff
dessert
story
in?
by hitting exclamation point
Ooh.
charity?
Hey, thanks for reminding us, Ken, about the cause that they could donate for if they have the funds to do so.
Oh. Maybe if we get 10 exclamation point charities in chat, we'll get the story. What do you think about that?
Oh, chat. There is a chat going on, isn't there?
There's a chat
going
challenge.
on. There is.
Should I
Chat
look
challenge.
at it?
No.
Okay.
All right, Rat. What do you think?
I think it was that Kate lady. Yeah, I don't remember what letter she was. C for Kate. Is that it? Yeah. I don't
C
know.
for Kate. Is that your final answer?
Was Kate option C? I don't remember anymore.
Kate was option C, yes.
Okay,
And
yeah,
even if you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember the option, you can just say the answer. That's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Yeah, Kate. That lady.
Is
You are
that your
correct.
By
final?
the lovely and talented Katie Townsend, of course.
You are correct. Yes. Very nice. Clint,
Scoreboard.
1, Rat, 1.
I'm having a flashback to Christmas.
Oh, so it was Kate.
it was Kate.
All right.
That is correct. All right, question 3. Back to Clint's.
So wait. It was not Hasselhoff.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. It was not
no.
Hasselhoff. No.
It's not
What's-
a feral
It
wasteland
was not.
Hasselhoff.
Danny is going to give that
Please.
answer to every single question.
Yeah, that was a mod.
Yeah, I think
That
it was.
a mod.
I think
That
it was
next to the Macho Man Randy Savage mod.
the fallout
is that a
for.
thing?
Yeah, it's the fallout for Thomas the Tank Engine, and David Hasselhoff rides in on it. He replaces all the Ghoul characters.
Wow, and there's
Yep.
a chicken riding on David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, and the little doughboy
Oh.
guy. Yeah.
Doughboy. Oh, I do love me some Doughboy.
Yeah. So, question 3, Clint. The ghoul, only known as Zhao, is a Chinese captain of what type of vehicle? A, a submarine, B, an airplane, C, an aircraft carrier, or D, a bicycle?
Mhm.
Do you want me to go again?
Yes. Danny, what do you think?
E, what is David Hasselhoff?
The captain of the vehicle, David Hasselhoff. That is Danny's answer.
A vehicle of our hearts. A vehicle of our hearts, Tom.
And our minds and our souls.
This man has been yeah.
I mean, he's got
He's
something.
like B tier Patrick Swayze, you know?
Hey, David Hasselhoff is an amazing vehicle. So,
There's got to be a Knight
Are you
Rider
going?
joke.
Are you going with answer? Are you going with answer E?
They
on this
tried
one,
that
David
with the Knight
Hasselhoff?
Rider reboot. It was a failure.
Oh, that.
no,
Yeah.
I had a ghoul come from Boston one time, and he told me that there's this crazy Chinese bastard in a submarine out there. So, like, I gotta go with submarine.
That's your final answer.
Yes, Tom.
You are correct. It is a submarine. That's 2 points for Clint. All right, back to Rat.
Brilliant.
Another question about a specific ghoul. The ghoul, known as Kent Connolly, was the radio show operator of what famous radio play? Was it A, The Mistress of Mystery, B, Grognak the Barbarian, C, The Silver Shroud, or D, Chad, a Fallout 76 story?
Wait, what?
Danny, what do you think?
Oh, you've confused me. Lots of words there. I'm gonna go with answer choice E, Silver Spoons.
Silver Spoons.
Oh,
That's a good band name. Silver Spoons.
Yeah.
Pickups?
Like that's
Silver-
better than like
wait.
Joe Commode and the Five
Silver-
Flushers, you know?
Spoons pickups?
It's got a little class commentary.
play
It's got a little
spoons.
drug reference.
All right, Rat, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with
Dave.
hello show. Like it was the Silver Shroud.
Is that your
God, I
final
hope
answer?
it's that. Yeah, it's
Silver
my final
Shroud?
answer. Yeah. We're good.
You are correct. C, the
Yeah.
Silver Shroud is the correct answer.
Go me.
Tied it up 2 for 2. All right, let's move on to question number 5. Clint, the first ghoul child seen in a Fallout game is Billy Peabody. He survived the bombs dropping by hiding in what? A literal snow pea pod, B, a vault, C, a tank, or D, a refrigerator? Yeah, Danny, what do you think?
I'm gonna say E. He was inside a chicken.
Or E, a chicken.
One of these days, E's gonna be right. I'm just telling you that's SAT prep. And one of these days, it's just gonna happen. And you're gonna
Statistically
be
speaking.
like,
All
"Holy
of the
crap,
above. And it's
I'm right."
What? How did he get in
Right.
all of those things at the same time?
Stop clock.
Right.
12 hours, what, once a day, something.
He's in a vault. He's in a
Yeah.
pea pod inside a refrigerator, inside a tank, inside a vault. So he's technically in all of them,
Mm.
while also being inside a chicken. What do you think, Clint?
All right, so he was definitely inside a refrigerator because that kid is a legend among the ghoul world.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Tom.
Final answer. D, a refrigerator is correct. All right, moving on to number.
Why does Dave have a
right now, huh?
spatula?
Oh, this is just the back scratcher. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I just needed a little. In
No
there.
big-
He has that. He has that handy.
Done? Can you get mine?
Dave, I
Yeah,
wish I
hang on,
had.
wait. I
He's
don't know
gonna
if this
reach
is down.
over.
Dave, sometimes
Ow!
I had a back to scratch. I miss those days. You wouldn't think
Here,
it was
I'll-
itching.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Sometimes I do.
I don't know who I'm scratching now, but
I think you got it.
okay, good.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Good.
Very nice. All right, Rat. You ready for the next question?
Yes,
Question
indeed.
number 6. The sentient magical ghoul who runs Kitty Kingdom in Nuka World goes by the name Oswald the what? A, Cobblepot, B, Outrageous, C, Magnificent, or D, Willy Wonka Wannabe? Or, Danny?
E, the rabbit.
Oswald?
Yeah.
Now,
The what?
Oswald the Rabbit, that makes some sense to me.
Mm.
That's like a good, like, Peter Rabbit, like, offshoot.
Or if
that
you
they
were a
did few years
magician
ago.
having a rabbit named
was-
Oswald.
No, he was a
would
real
make
guy
sense.
or a real 2D guy.
A real
Oswald
2D guy.
A real
Oswald
wacky
the
A real
Rabbit.
fella.
2D guy?
Well, I guess if you're a guy who
Yeah.
doesn't have a body, a real 2D guy is at least, possible.
Well, yeah, to me, I look at a
Or a
2D
real
guy and I
2D
go,
fruity guy.
well, dude, that dude he's hella swole, as the kids
That guy's
say.
got 2 more dimensions than I do.
Yeah, I have 0D.
Yeah.
I'm a disembodied voice.
That's right.
Look up
or maybe you're
Oswald the
40, you know?
Okay, if I remember, Oswald the Rabbit was sort of like, all right, I'm going to get obscure here. Anyone know who Pete Best was?
Mm-hmm.
He was like the Beatle that never made it, right? Didn't stay in the band. Oswald the Rabbit was sort of like the Mickey Mouse
of the animation world.
This is not just a bullshit improv. Look up Oswald the Rabbit.
Was it
couldn't resist.
Oswald? I'm gonna look it up.
Oswald the motherfucker.
So I am right.
Rabbit. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
The problem is that
Mm-hmm.
he was a communist, and Walt Disney was notoriously right wing. So he got
Poor
blacklisted.
Oswald.
He juice and he ended up keeling over and got eaten by a chicken. It's sad.
That's very sad.
Mm.
Yeah.
What happened to my
Oswald the
cousin?
Rabbit.
All right. So
Exactly like that. Like
Just
what are
like
the
that.
odds?
Yeah.
Rat, what do you think?
I no longer remember the answers that you gave
So
me.
okay, so
I don't even remember who I am
He
at
went
this
by the
point.
name Oswald the A. Cobblepot, B. Outrageous, C. Magnificent, or D. Willy Wonka wannabe, or E. Rabbit.
Oh, geez. Oh, man, I'll be honest. I haven't really wandered around Nuka World that much. I kind of like just the sound of Cobblepot. I'm just going to go with that, right? It just feels good in the soul. You go with that. So, yeah.
All right.
Cobblepot.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Dave is getting more and more pens. What's going on?
Cobblepot is not correct. I'm sorry.
No.
We've
It
got
was
some lovely
B.
parting gifts for you.
The Outrageous. Oswald the Outrageous.
Oh, I should have gone for the
Oswald
alliteration.
Cobblepot.
Is that the
Yeah.
penguin?
Oswald Cobblepot's in
Yeah,
Batman.
he's the penguin.
He's the penguin.
Yeah.
He's played by show favorite Danny DeVito.
No, we
Show
almost
favorite.
had one
almost-
episode without Danny DeVito.
I wrote the answers for
so
this.
You're so close.
The
All
other
right, Clint.
Danny.
The other Danny. Let's go back to you. Question number 7. The Vault-Tec rep who comes to your door at the beginning of Fallout 4 is ironically kept out of a vault and ghoulified. His hat and trench coat are yellow, but what color is his tie? Is it A, red, B, blue, C, black, D, a trick question, he's not wearing a tie? Or Danny?
Or E, is it the color of David Hasselhoff?
David Hasselhoff color.
What is the color of David Hasselhoff?
It's my favorite color.
Depends on
is what
how
it
long
is.
he's been out on the beach.
Yeah.
It's like coffee that's been sitting in a cup a
Could
little
be.
bit.
It's slightly pink.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's very,
like
it's
turkey
kind of
bacon you
ochre,
left on
leathery.
too long.
Yeah,
leathery.
probably. I don't know. I don't know what he looks like these days. Somebody look it up.
All right, Clint, what do you think?
All right, so I met this guy in Sanctuary one time, and
Huh?
he was definitely wearing a blue tie. I may be a little biased, but I'm pretty sure he was wearing a blue tie, Tom.
Blue tie. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It is a red tie. He had a red tie on. All
That's
right.
bullshit because the radiation turned it blue.
That's what happens. Radiation turns it blue. Of course.
It's science. That's just science.
Science.
Science, Tom,
Science.
come on.
All right, we've got a real good one here for number 8. You ready, Rat?
Yes.
All right. Our good friend John Hancock and Mayor McDonough from Diamond City are related. But how? Are they
No.
A, brothers, B, grandfather and grandson, C, cousins, or D, father and son? Or, Danny?
I'm gonna go with the. Actually, I'm gonna be conventional here. Oh, it's got to be grandfather and grandson. It just has to be. I just know it is.
Wow, he actually picked a real
Ladies and
answer there,
gentlemen.
guys.
Why? I just know
real
that that's the
answer.
answer.
Wow.
Yeah, I
All
just
right.
know it.
All right,
It
Rat-
must be.
Rat, do you think
You'd be a fool to pick anything else,
you
really.
think Danny's trying to help you out here, or are you going to go on your own?
That's some pressure
As-
too.
as
There's some
mu-
peer pressure.
As much as I appreciate the attempt at help, and I know that I am a fool, in fact, for not going with that wonderful answer. I had heard this little rumor that they were brothers.
Brothers, is that your final answer? You sure you don't want to go with Danny?
That's a ridiculous choice. Rat, what do you think?
Ah,
Rat, would
God,
I steer you wrong? Would one ghoul steer another one wrong? What do you think?
for the laughs, maybe. Yeah.
Ghoul fraternity and all?
It's a brotherhood, okay?
You scratch my beef jerky, I'll scratch your venison jerky. Come on. Trust me.
What?
All right. So your final answer was brothers?
Yeah, it was brothers.
Oh, bad mistake. Shouldn't do.
All right. And brothers is correct. Congratulations.
Yeah, see, that's why you listen. That's why you listen to gossip.
That's why you listen to gossip. And Dave is
Why
writing
you
with 4
can't
pens at
trust
the same
me.
time.
See, I actually scoreboard. I actually know some of these. Believe it or not.
Ooh, we're at a
I
tie.
play dumb, but I'm not just a pretty face.
All right.
But
Question
you are
9.
a very pretty face.
That's good.
Rat,
That's good to
Rat,
know.
You stayed on course. You were not tempted. I'm impressed.
It was very difficult.
Above all, to thine own self, you were true.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
All right. So question number 9. Clint. Jason Bright is a very rare sane ghoul because he is also a what? A. Community manager. B. Reaver. C. Glowing one. Or D. Weekly podcaster. Or, Danny,
Certified public accountant.
certified public accountant.
CPA. CPA. And that's the most exciting thing we'll get about accountants for this entire year. So enjoy.
So, Jason Bright, he's one of them weird ones, right? Because, not all of the ghouls are like that, but they, glow and stuff. That's why he's bright. So he's got to be a glowing one, right?
Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Tom.
You sure you don't want to go with CPA?
I mean, he
Those
does
guys
look
are bright,
like he
too.
knows his way around my taxes, but since the fallout and the bombs dropped, I don't pay taxes anymore.
All right. Glowing one is correct. Congratulations. All right. Back to Rat. Number 10. In Megaton, the nervous ghoul bartender goes by this 3-letter name. Is it A, Jug, B, Bob, C, Cod, or D, Gob? Or, Danny, you want to chime in?
Radar O'Reilly.
3-letter name.
It's not 3 letters.
Radar
That's not 3
O'Reilly,
letters.
shortened to R.
Try it again.
To roar. Roar.
Right.
There you go.
Radar,
Okay.
3 letters.
Okay.
You haven't figured out?
Mhm.
Everything I've said so far in this podcast has been an acronym.
Mhm.
You haven't clued into that till just now?
Holy crap.
Everything. And if you put all the letters
What
together,
kind of coded message are you giving us?
yeah, it turns into one big long sentence that says,
Yeah.
"What's up, guys?" over and over again. It's amazing.
Oh, Tom Hamilton. Will your wonders never cease?
Yeah,
Tom
I will.
I know
You
a guy
should
named
put
Tom
that
Hamilton.
on your resume. I don't know.
Rat, what do you think?
Shit. What?
Yes.
All right, let's go
Is
back
that
to
your
them.
final answer?
A was Jug. B
Yeah,
is
Jug.
too many letters. B is Bob. C is Cod. D is Gob. Or E is Roar.
Radar O'Reilly, really.
Yeah.
God. God. I feel like. Yeah. Gob. Gob. That sounds good. I like the sound of that. It feels good in my mouth. Gob.
Gob feels good in your mouth. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Like a gob stopper?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gob is correct.
Oh, shit.
Congratulations.
Cool.
These fancy lads here.
Fancy names like Gob.
Yeah. Wasn't a guess at all. Definitely not a guess.
Definitely not a guess.
I hear he was a real showstopper because gobstopper. That's my worst content that I think I've come out with. I'll try again later.
You could do worse.
Was his name
I could.
P-U-N?
No.
Oh, it's
You're just gonna say no to every one of your jokes. I'm just gonna say no to.
No, that's
No.
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 That's
Just
terrible.
No, it wasn't.
If
All right,
you could
Clint.
figure out, Tom, if you could figure out a way to laugh, but it's like a negative laugh, like it's instead of like a ha or whatever comes out, it could be no could come out of your mouth in some sort of laughing like dark matter. It's the anti-laugh. No.
Anti-laugh.
No. But it sounds more like laughing.
No. Like that. And I make that face where my cheeks do this thing. All right, number 11.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
that's good.
Clint, if you happen to nuke Megaton, this quirky quest giver keeps working with you because she survives and becomes a ghoul. What was her name? Was it either A, Kelly Kapowski, B, Kelly Rose, C, Moira Brown, or D, Moira Rose? Or, Danny?
E, patio furniture.
E, patio furniture. No.
That's
No.
the best Irish name you could come up with. Patio furniture.
Yeah, it's an old joke. What's Irish and sits
For
out in
the-
the sun all day? Patio furniture.
Oh,
Patio furniture.
furniture family here.
It's almost as good as the Irish bean soup joke.
Is that? Tell me that's not the punchline, Hamilton.
No, that's not the punchline.
Do people at home know why I keep calling him Hamilton? By the way, do you know that?
If they listened to previous episodes of the show,
Yeah,
they would.
they know.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yes.
You will never
Which
not be
show?
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Which
Irish
show?
bean soup only has 239 beans. Because one more would be 240. Clint, would you like to answer?
No.
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 Tom, do I check my settings?
No.
Do I check my settings on Discord so I can increase the will to live?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right next to increasing my volume. Clint, what do you think, buddy?
All right, so like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know this one, but I'm gonna give it a heck of a guess because I really feel like you should never blow up Megaton. Ghoul lives matter. Nobody should become a ghoul, okay? But I think C. I think Moira Brown. It sounds right.
Moira Brown. Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Tom.
Moira Brown is correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, what is this
I don't agree with
Megaton
my
business?
rules, but
What is
Fill
this
me in.
Megaton business? Where is
Fill me in
Megaton?
here. Talk to me.
It's in
It's in Fallout 3.
It's in Fallout 3.
the whole town's based.
There's a bomb that they drop, and everybody builds.
They build a city
stuff
around an
it.
unexploded bomb.
And it's called the town is called
The town
Megaton
is called Megaton, yeah.
because ton means town. That makes sense. And it's a
Megaton.
tribute to the
Megaton.
bomb that made the town.
Yep.
Is it in like a big crater?
Yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
crater, and they have all these like walls and shacks built up around it.
No,
And there are people who worship the bomb. in the
Yeah, they
town.
worship
Ooh.
the
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah, and the bomb
Hey,
is sitting in
that's,
a radiated puddle in the middle of town. It's pretty great.
That might be a tribute to the second Planet of the Apes movie from like 1970.
Oh,
Beneath the Planet of the Apes, where there's a
Ooh.
mutant cult that worships an atomic bomb.
Ooh.
And they got those funky big heads.
Yeah.
They got funky everything. And they have telekinetic powers, if memory serves.
I want to rewatch this. I need to go back. That's like a good like wintertime activity. And this winter, I think I'm gonna go because there's one where they like have a baby and they escape on a boat, and there's this whole. It's like so stupid, but I love it. I mean, that's just like old Star Trek. It's like so stupid, but I love it. It's good.
Question 12. Rat, are you ready?
Mm.
Halfway there.
The ghoul, who goes by the name Roy Phillips, and his ghoul friends live in the metro. but would rather live in what capital wasteland location? A, the Washington Monument, B, Mass Fusion Building, C, Tenpenny Tower, or D, Vault 101? Or, Danny?
E. Marjorie Taylor Greene's bathtub.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's bathtub. What do you think, Rat?
I don't know who that is.
Tower of Remorse.
Tower of Remorse. Oh, like my past. Let's see.
Rat lives there full time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man. All right. So, I don't think I know this one either. Being perfectly honest. Wait, no, I shouldn't admit that. No. Confidence. The confidence, right? Right.
Confidence.
Yeah,
Come on, buck
confidence.
up, Rat.
It's motherfucking Tenpenny Tower. I bet.
Tenpenny Tower. Is that your final answer?
Can I get second guesses too? Yeah.
No.
No. This isn't the Golden Corral. You're not gonna go up and get seconds. You get your one dish and you sit down like a normal ass person that's going to Bob Evans.
Yeah.
Shut up and eat your
Bob
Salisbury
Evans?
steak.
Is this your Bob Evans final answer?
Yeah, it's my Bob Evans final answer because you're all joy kills.
All right. Tenpenny Tower is correct.
Yeah.
Go, Rat.
Nice work. All right. Question number 13.
Halftime score.
Halftime score tied up. Back to Clint. You meet the ghoul Desmond Lockhart barricaded in a mansion in this Fallout 3 DLC. Is it A, Broken Steel, B, The Pit, C, Lonely Hearts, or D, Point Lookout? Or, Danny?
E. I'm a disembodied voice and I float around the galaxy spying on people as they do their gardening.
Which was the most popular of all DLCs.
That was a great DLC.
I really like this headcanon that you're making for yourself. I really like that. And I'm really here
There's
for
something
it.
joyful about just
I am
watching
like-
people garden.
Agreed.
Clint, what do you think?
All right. I think it's the Pit because that's like Pittsburgh and that just makes sense, right?
Is that your final answer? The
What are you
Pit.
saying about Pittsburgh?
There's lots of mansions in Pittsburgh. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
What do you got against?
Yeah.
What do you got against Western Pennsylvania, dude?
They call it the Pit for a reason, bro.
All
And
right.
that would be A.
A pit. Your final answer is the Pit, and that is not correct. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Wah, wah,
Yins didn't get that one.
wah. I should be using my little
Self-afraid
sound.
of the
I should be
Western.
using my little sound effects.
All
right.
Man,
You mean
I
to
wish
tell
I could
me?
do that.
You mean to tell me
I should have been using those.
that you started this show?
I didn't even think about it.
God, there's so much
about it.
missed opportunity.
I've been using them.
Oh, we just can't hear them. He's been using them, but we can't hear
Oh,
them.
we just can't
All
hear
right,
them.
all right, there we go.
Oh.
All right, so question 14 for Rat. This Fallout 3 companion is a ghoul who also shares a name with what mythical Greek psychopomp? Is it A, Sharon, B, Kronos, C, Apate? Is that how you pronounce that, Dave?
I like a pate and some
Yes,
crackers.
a
Good
pate.
stuff.
Apate.
Yeah.
Dave added some of
Yeah,
these other
yeah.
answers in here. And then D, Loki.
I added all the wrong answers. I didn't add the right answers.
Well,
I
now
just
he
did all
knows
the-
that C is not the right answer. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
Danny?
we know that one's not.
So are none of those answers right then?
Maybe.
Twist.
Danny, what is answer C?
E-
What is
E-
answer
This
E?
is the one.
I'm gonna go with answer E, Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Altoona.
Altoona?
Altoona.
Al's too
I might be
much.
mispronouncing that. If so, I apologize, Western Pennsylvania or wherever the fuck it is.
I think it's
I gotta look it
pronounced
up.
Altoona.
Altoona.
Oh.
Altoona.
Rat, what do you think?
Now listen, I knew this weirdo ghoul who swore he had a brother, right? His name was Pluto, and he said his brother was Sharon. Let's go with that.
So your final answer is Sharon.
Yes.
Sharon is correct.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, back to Clint. Question 15. What is the name of the lounge singing ghoul companion in Fallout New Vegas? Is it A, Frank Sinatra? Sing-atcha. I didn't say that correctly. B, Dean Domino. C, Ra's al Ghul. Or D, Sammy Ace Jr.
Or E, Bobby Scarin.
Bobby Scarin.
Good.
Also
call.
another very good option.
I know it's not Bobby. He owes me money, but we gotta go with Rose. I think it's C.
C, is that your final answer?
C.
C, Ra's al Ghul is
Ra's al Ghul.
incorrect. I'm sorry, it was Dean Domino.
Liam Neeson from Batman Begins? Come on. Ra's al Ghul, the legendary ninja? Listen. Spoiler alert.
This is a
There's
tough
gonna be
competition,
Batman
Dave.
characters in these. And if you don't know Batman, you're gonna fail. We gotta have a pep talk. We gotta have a pep talk.
All right, back to Rat.
Yeah.
Wonder who came up with that answer.
I wonder who came up with that answer. Rat. Question number 16. A ghoul by the name of Calamity works on research to cure the aggressive tendencies of these often invisible super mutants. Are they A, the Nightkin, B, the Nightlight, C, the Nightlife, D, the Bluekin, or E,
The chicken.
Chicken?
Oh, the chicken.
I've heard of them chicken fuckers.
Yeah.
Wait, the
yeah.
what?
Yeah, watch out. Look out for them, man.
Yeah.
They're actually dinosaurs. Stay
Yeah.
away.
It's true. Yard dinos.
Yard dinos. No good.
Yard
Um,
dinos.
That's good.
What do you think?
Oh, shit. What was that
That's not
first
one of the
again?
answers. Oh, we weren't saying the answer was shit. Okay, answer number 1, the Nightkin. B, the Nightlight. C, the Nightlife. Or B, the Bluekin. Or C,
All right.
Yard dinosaurs.
Nightkin, something, a tune. Yeah. I
Keep
don't
singing.
know.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
We're jamming.
Let's
We're
get a
jamming.
beat going.
Let's go.
Hey, fuck this. Let's just put on a movie.
Nightkin.
Drop a beat.
Do. All right.
What do you say?
Your
Let's- hey,
final
guys.
answer is
Movie
the
instead.
Nightkin. And that is correct.
Mm.
They're good.
They're
Very
very
nice.
goth.
The Nightkin. Oh,
Rat
Clint,
is-
you've got to catch up here, buddy.
Rat's pulling ahead.
You got a few
What's
more
the score?
questions.
One ahead.
What's the score,
I
Hamilton?
think that's 2 ahead. That's 2 ahead.
Go ahead.
We got 7 Rat, 5 Clint. And if anybody can tell me, I'm a doctor, or at least I wish I was and made that money. So that's my
All right.
handwriting. I've got better material. Skeleton walks into a bar, orders a beer and a mop.
No,
Well,
no, no,
please-
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
I wanna hear what
no,
happened.
No.
No.
All right,
Why
back
is it
to
supposed to
Clint.
happen?
Wait. I want to hear what happens with the skeleton and the mop.
That's you have to sign up for our Patreon to find out the answer to that one. All right, back to number 17. The ghoul named Hadrian has a fun job working as a what at the Atomic Wrangler Casino? Does he work as A, stripper, B, dice cleaner, C, dealer, D, comedian, or E, Danny?
What do you call the guy who does the guy? You know, there's this. I mean, there's a guy who there. Well, okay, all right. There's
And now for a word from our sponsor.
The Zamboni driver? Is that what you're trying to say?
well, there's the
All right, yeah, that one. Yeah, we got what you're saying.
Exactly.
We got it.
I'm with you 100%.
Clint,
Yeah. In fact,
Clint,
yeah.
which one do you think is the answer?
So, I definitely think he's a comedian.
A comedian. Is that your final answer?
Final answer. He's a comedian.
Comedian is correct.
He works downstairs, doesn't he?
Well, that could be a euphemism. All right, number 18.
That's the dice cleaner.
Back to Rat. According to
it's all euphemism.
According to Grex in Freeside, he got this facial problem, from a, quote, scum-humping water baron. What is his facial problem? Is it A, busted lip, B, sunburn, C, lazy eye, D, crooked nose, or, Danny?
E has no face.
No face at all.
What? Like you. Yeah. I
have no face and I have no body.
Disembodied voice. This makes sense.
But
this makes sense.
This guy has no face.
Bro.
He's got everything else.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Rat?
I don't know. Yeah, lazy eye. Lazy eye. That sounds good. We'll
Is lazy eye your final answer?
Yeah, no. Yes. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay. Yes, final answer?
Yeah.
Lazy eye is correct.
What? No, all right. Cool.
That's right. You got it right. Congratulations.
And if I can interrupt really quickly, we're at $6,762.49 for the American Heart Association. And for any of the raiders that came in, thank you very much for the raid. We are on right now with Danny Shorago, the voice of Hancock the Ghoul from Fallout 4. And we're playing some ghoul trivia.
Hey, how you doing?
Say-
Always
say-
a pleasure to be here.
Say hi, Hamilton.
Hi, Hamilton.
Very nice.
That's an old one, but still a good one.
All right, back to Clint. Clint, still got to catch up here, buddy. Question 19.
So
Snowflake.
this is almost over. All right.
Snowflake is an underworld ghoul whose previous profession isn't often needed by ghouls, so he's taking up a jet addiction. What was his previous profession? A, barber, B, accountant, C, model, D, dermatologist, or E, Danny?
Otolaryngologist.
Whatever that was.
Because they don't have noses. Because they don't have noses.
Otolaryngologist?
Oh, ENT. The ENT.
That's a good cut.
Cool. You don't need one because you don't have a nose.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the joke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anybody have an actual gun?
That's a good one. The game was really good.
Thank you.
You didn't get a no from me. You gotta yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you for appreciating me.
Clint, what do we get from you?
All right, so I definitely think that Snowflake was a model.
Model. Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Tom.
Snowflake was not a model, a barber.
I'm gonna lose, ain't I, Tom?
No.
We both hit our buttons at the same
We
time.
did.
And Clint, it looks like you're going to lose to a guy named Rat.
Oh,
It's okay.
no.
But
Rat's
I don't
a
want
cool
to
guy.
leap to any foregone conclusions here. There's still time left in this contest.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
quit,
drink
Clint.
more beer.
Don't give
Cool
up
it
hope.
out. Cool it out.
Don't stop believing.
Don't
Don't
stop.
quit.
Hold on to the feeling,
believing.
buddy. All right. Question 20 for Rat. This ghoul is the last of the 4 marked men from the Fallout New Vegas Lonesome Road DLC. What name does he go by? Hint, it's shared by a Marvel Comics character. Is it A, Flash, B, Blade, C, Doctor Strange, or D, Hulk, or E,
The guy who can see.
oh no, he cut out.
Oh, we lost you.
Still here?
The guy-
There you go.
Check
The guy who can what?
Two.
Say it again.
E would be the guy who can see through squid.
The guy who can see through squid.
See through squid.
Yeah, that's
Squid glasses.
that's his special superhero power.
Squidward.
You hold up
No.
the squid, he can see through it like it's not even there.
So don't try to hide anything in a freaking squid because he
Like-
will know.
Like
Right.
the Thundercats
Right.
Sword of Omens, where you can just kind of look through a squid and see, like, Squid of Omens, show me my
But you're
accountant.
right.
That was a deep cut too.
I like that.
And
Good
then
one.
you get inked in the face.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
good. I understood
Good
that
one.
reference.
Everybody younger than 30 is like, what? um,
No. We did have that really poor Thundercats cartoon.
Rat, what do you
Well,
think?
that's
What do
true.
you think
I
the
forgot
answer is?
about
Most people did.
You know what? I'm just gonna say he seems like a Flash fella, Flash kind of guy.
All right, is Flash your final answer?
Yeah, you know, as you do.
All right, Flash is a DC Comics character, not a Marvel Comics character.
Well, I
I'm
don't
sorry.
fucking know.
You are incorrect.
The wrong kind of nerd.
You're the wrong kind of nerd.
It's
You got to upgrade your nerddom.
You have to.
I didn't do
If you want to compete in this game, you have to be a full nerd. You gotta be like, you gotta earn your stripes. Eat Frosted Flakes. This podcast is brought to you by Kellogg's. We love to eat raw cereal without the milk. Don't put milk in your cereal, you crazy person.
They always
That's
say go
soggy.
full
Now back
nerd.
to our show.
Full
Sean?
Gotta be a
nerd.
Where's Sean?
Renaissance nerd.
Sean? Because it's Kellogg. And,
Kellogg.
Oh.
The correct answer was
Come on.
Blade, by the way.
Oh,
Oh. All right.
Aw.
Clint, you're getting some room here. You're getting some room to catch up. Question number 21. What comic book character received a ghoul-like appearance after coming into contact with an irradiated space spirit? These questions might be non-Fallout world. You gotta think beyond Fallout.
Yeah,
here.
this is where I started writing the questions, and you better believe that this is the wild chaos.
This is
round.
where-
you're about to get some real
Is-
stuff.
think past Fallout.
That's
Think
hard.
beyond.
Go beyond. Go into the stars.
So, what are the answers?
So the answers are
Did you say
A,
them, or did I-
Dr. Manhattan, B, Negative Man, C, the Hulk, D, Spider-Man, or Danny?
E. Shirley Templeman.
Shirley Templeman.
I love Grenadine.
I do too. Grenadine
Templeman
buddies.
to be a
yay.
last name, an actual last name.
Templeman. Reginald Templeman here. I'm exploring the northwestern coast of
And
Ethiopia.
this is my daughter, Shirley. Nice to meet you.
Shirley.
Clint,
And,
what do you think?
man, I don't know. I'm so nervous.
I don't think we read what the answers were.
We did. That's
Oh,
why.
did?
That's
All
why
right.
we ended up with Shirley
We did.
Templeman as the E answer.
Shirley Templeman sounds good and all, but like, I think it was the Hulk.
So answer C, the Hulk. Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Tom.
The Hulk is incorrect. It was Negative Man.
Negative Man. He looks like a ghoul.
What's the deal with
He's the
Negative
only
Negative
DC
Man.
character that looks like a ghoul.
So he looks like a ghoul, and
He's
what?
irradiated, and he has like, yeah, you know Matt Bomer. He plays him in the HBO Max series, the Doom Patrol. That's what most recently you may know Negative Man from.
I
You know,
may know,
the
but I
world-renowned
don't.
star, Negative Man.
So what, does he just have like a
HBO
shitty
Max.
attitude, or like why
Mhm.
Negative Man?
Yeah.
Why?
He's
How
just
did he get
he's
that
a
moniker?
downer. He's
He's
total,
an-
total-
He's a
He's
really
just a total
depressed
bummer.
guy, and he's
Yeah.
kind of an asshole
It's like-
about it.
Every time he shows up at the party, everyone's like, "Oh God, Negative Man's here again."
Let's stop the villain.
Oh God.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
people that stop villains really suck.
It's a lot of work. We could
It's a
just
lot of work.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You know what
wanna
else
do
is a lot of work? Answering
fine.
question number 22, Rat.
Yeah.
22. There's an end in sight.
Russian
There
physicist Anatoly Bergoski holds the record of highest rads received by a human without dying. How many rads did he survive? A, 50, B, 400, C, 1,000, D, 300,000, or E,
Totally rads.
totally rads.
All of the rats.
That's what
Sorry.
Matthew McConaughey is in Beach Bum.
Yeah. All of the rads
Apologize
ever.
for that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
totally rad.
Mm,
Self out.
shit. What was that like? What was C again?
C was 1,000. So 50, 400, 1,000, 300,000, or totally.
I'm gonna go with 1,000. Like that sounds like a lot, but it's not like so much where you're just sort of just a cinder. So
Okay. All right.
Just
1,000.
enough to feel it.
Just enough
yeah, it's
for
like
it to tickle.
it's warped.
tickle a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
It's tingly.
Yeah,
I like
tingles.
it. You know.
Tingles. All right. 1,000 rads is
Yeah.
incorrect. I'm sorry. It
God
was
damn it.
300,000, which is very close to
Yo.
totally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was option B? What was
That's
option B?
incredibly
400.
What was option B?
B was 400.
So 400, if you were exposed, 50% of the population will die if you were exposed to 400
Yeah,
rats.
because I
So
That's
think about
craziness.
this.
yeah, 'cause I thought 1,000 sounded
So
like a lot.
Antolini, I know.
Wow.
Anatoly, was
Good
he
job not dying.
was he Chernobyl?
No, he made a great pizza.
Hey,
No.
wait. Since
No.
we're doing
It's a hot
we're
oven.
doing, like
Nuclear
No.
oven.
this is a Renaissance nerd thing, right? So
Uh-oh.
We lost
can you hear me?
There you are.
Oh, you're
Am I
back.
still here?
I can hear you.
Yes.
You're back.
You
Yes,
know what,
you are.
audience? I think these guys just pretend that they've lost me. It's like,
Wait,
oh,
uh-oh.
back in
Uh-oh.
Shorago again.
I think
Oh,
that's true.
not getting anything. Nope. Sorry.
Oh, he's
nothing
back
in the
again.
can.
All right. There we go.
So, how come no one nobody told me that Werner Herzog is in the fucking. He's trying to steal Yoda.
Yeah.
The baby
Yeah,
Yoda.
nobody told you
Werner
that?
Herzog. No, because I avoid
Werner
Star Wars like the
Herzog.
plague.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
I might actually watch it now.
Oh, you should. But only watch his scenes.
Yes.
And what is he? Does he
Yeah,
want
just-
to like murder the baby Yoda or what?
Well,
what's his plan? Do we
he has
know?
a very famous line in it. Dave, you can do a good impression.
Oh yeah. I want to suck his blood.
Yeah, that was perfect. I think.
Okay,
Spot on.
good.
So it's
Scene.
like Werner Herzog as Nosferatu.
I'm there
Yes.
all
He's
over
trying to
again.
steal the baby.
I,
Yoda.
I was
I was
confused for a
there.
second because I thought he actually joined our call.
Does he want to eat the baby Yoda? Eat it? Murder it?
I want
You know,
to
maybe
suck
one
his
I-
tiny fingers
take over Dan
One.
DeVito, you know?
individually at a time.
Wait,
Yeah, that's.
Danny DeVito plays Baby Yoda?
Mhm.
You know, I can
Holy
actually see
shit,
that.
Danny. Oh,
Now I gotta watch this fucking
that's
show.
perfect. That's perfect.
Dave's like,
so
I've been looking for my
room-friendly and not
segue
even
to do
funny.
Danny DeVito this entire time.
How
Yeah.
many
What
times?
if Danny? Okay, Danny DeVito
Mhm.
Oh my god.
plays Baby Yoda, and all he does is barf. Like he doesn't do any lines, he just barfs.
He just
Right.
Just spits
Yeah.
up.
And guys, you'll never believe
Yeah,
who
that's
like a little
actually is
baby.
playing
Yes.
the Mandalorian who's underneath the costume there. You'll never guess.
Ron
My
Perlman,
man,
Britney
John DeLorean.
Spears.
Sean DeLorean.
That's what I thought. The
Isn't
show
he
was
dead?
about.
No, it's David
I thought it was about
Hasselhoff. What
John
do you-
DeLorean.
David
starring
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
It's David Hasselhoff, guys.
Now I know it's Star Wars, so I'm less interested in it. But now that I know that Werner Herzog and Danny DeVito as Baby Yoda are in it,
Mhm.
I have to watch it.
Mhm. And David Hasselhoff as the Mandalorio. All right, question number 23. Clint, this is your final question. In the 2018 Netflix film Ghoul, how does a person become a ghoul? Is it A, making a contract with the devil, B, eating human flesh, C, joining a premier underground gang, or D, signing up at the local Elks Lodge, or E?
Too much complex carbohydrates.
Too many complex carbohydrates. Which one do you think it
That's what I
is?
said. That's right. That's
Yeah.
good. Good impression of me. That was
I did a good job
Was it-
there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. We We don't have Netflix in the wasteland, Tom. I'm just saying. Cable doesn't exist. Don't think I've seen it, but I'm gonna go with a contract with the devil because I mean it sounds good, right?
All right. Final answer?
Yeah, final answer, Tom.
Making a contract with the devil is how you become a ghoul.
All
In the
right.
2018 Netflix film Ghouls.
In the film,
Ah.
ghouls, not in the actual games.
Right.
of Fallout.
Yeah.
I just
I mean,
assumed you
like-
said make ghoul questions, so I made questions
About
about
ghouls. All right, last question, Rat. Where
It's
is
all
the
about
most
Fallout,
irradiated
Dave.
place on Earth? Where is the most irradiated place on Earth? Is it A, Nagasaki, Japan, B, Chernobyl, Russia, C, Fukushima, Japan, or D, the Hanford site, United States?
Are you talking like bad voiceover?
I'm sorry, my
Oh no! Look out for Mothra! Mothra in
my
the
Alexa
sky!
app kicked
Like,
in while I was doing that.
Godzilla!
Or E, Danny,
Fresno, California.
Fresno, California, United States.
Great place.
What do you think, Rat?
I don't know. Fresno sounds like a pretty good guess to me. I mean, fuck.
Cool city,
shit.
baby.
Yeah, right? Like, everybody's out there just, like, enjoying the sun and
Fucking
the
gooling shit
other
up.
things. Yeah,
Raisins, eating raisins.
yeah. And lots
I mean, raisins
of
are
jerky.
basically ghoulified grapes.
Yeah. I get called Sultana
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
See, there's layers to my humor. You think I'm just like improvising. The fact is, I've already watched this show.
Oh shit.
You're
Because I'm a
without a body
disembodied-
and outside of
Yeah.
time at the same
I'm
time.
disembodied.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's cool. It's one of the perks. I've
You're
watched
like
the show and I've actually spent 3 years constructing these half-ass
Wow.
jokes.
Wow. That's a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time. What the fuck else am I gonna do with my life? I'm a goddamn disembodied Tom Hamilton.
I thought you were watching gardening.
Well, I do that sometimes, but you can't do that
Gardeners.
24/7. You'll go nuts.
I haven't tried yet, but I'll take your
Wait.
word for it.
Oh,
Rat,
we're almost done with this game show. What's going on here?
Rat, what do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
What's the
Here we
answer?
Oh wow, jeez. Oh, I'm sorry. Right on me. Fuck. I'm gonna say jeez. Oh.
Nagasaki,
between
Chernobyl, Fukushima,
Oh.
the Hanford site, or whatever one Danny said. What was that again? Fresno? Fresno.
I don't fucking care. I'm a
Ah.
negative man. I'm a negative man. I don't care. I don't fuck this. Fuck.
The thing.
We need an answer.
Chernobyl,
We need an
I
answer.
guess. Yeah, because I feel like the other thing is for containing the radiation, but it isn't itself irradiated. I think so.
Okay, so Chernobyl, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Chernobyl is not correct. I'm sorry. It is
No.
Fukushima, Japan.
That's more recent.
It's Fukushima.
Yep, it's more recent.
Yeah.
Radiation actually goes away fairly quickly in natural environments. Yep.
Or at least that's what they tell us.
Well, that's what they told me
That's
when I
what
moved
they
into this
want you
house.
to say.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've done some tabulation on my side using multiple pins, a back scratcher, and maybe a selfie stick, and I now have the results to share with you this evening of who has won this game show, and they will be scrolling on your screen. Clint does not win. Rat is the winner.
Yeah.
This reads, yeah, Rat wins. I wrote this. Hi, Mom. Werner Hartzog is cool with me. Brought to you by Bob Evans. You can't read it because it's backwards, but imagine that's what it
It's
says.
forwards. It's forwards.
That's the game show.
Yeah, it's the right way
You're
around
good.
for us.
You're good.
That's
That's
just
fair.
your
Okay,
eyes
good.
not working good.
You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
would
just
like
your
to
bad
commend.
eyes.
I would like to commend both of our contestants, not only
Yes.
for their answers but for their wonderful ghoul box. Gentlemen, you made the species proud.
Oh, thanks. Means
Well
a lot
done.
coming from you.
Well done, friends.
Everybody give him a nice ghoul clap.
Yeah.
cool clap.
Cool
I don't know how
S-
ghouls.
Slap
Lots
that
of
beef jerky
fingers.
together.
Hey, they have a toy now where you get a baby Yoda
And beef
embryo
jerky?
implanted in your womb, and
It's
it's
a
like one of
toy?
those little dino things. Yeah, you know how those toys you would
Wait,
put
what?
water and it expands.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's like a water monkey, but for your own body?
Yeah, sort of. And it expands, and then you give birth to baby Yoda. It's freaking great. And if you don't have a uterus, they put it in your colon.
Hey, I'm just saying, I went through the whole birthing process recently. It's not something you want to see. Just look away.
Yeah, don't look it right in the eye.
Well, you
What
don't want to
about
watch
Baby
the
Yoda?
Baby
I've always
Yoda
been
birthing
fascinated by
videos.
people who are like, I really need to videotape this to rewatch it. I'm like,
No.
why would you want to watch that?
No. That is something you get your mind wiped. You get that removed. You
No.
Yeah, you want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you go get hypnotized immediately after you leave that hospital, and then you get them to remove it. Yeah, that's how it works. But thank you both for being contestants. What does Rat get for his prize today, friends?
Ladies and gentlemen, he receives a one-way ticket to Margaritaville. Just kidding. You receive a nice little picture of Mr. Rogers here and the feeling of a job well done.
Yes,
That's
because
what you
intrinsic
see the picture
rewards are
again?
so much better.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
Can we
sorry.
see the picture again?
This is my notebook. Yeah, there's Mr.
It's
Rogers. I have some
beautiful.
sweater stickers.
Awesome.
There's the
Actually,
You can change Mr. Rogers'
Actually,
outfit.
for
You
our
can put the
winner,
sweaters on him.
we do
Sorry.
have a prize,
Oh, look at that!
courtesy of our friends at the Bethesda Gear Store. You will be getting one of the Nuka Cola lamps. My blood is in it.
What? Oh,
Oh, that's the best.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Rat. Look at you.
that is my favorite flavor.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Refreshing,
You'll
tangy,
be-
a little bit rusty.
you will be casting that red glow upon your lovely ghoul hovel.
That blood red tinge
I feel
on
like
the walls.
A blood red tinge on the
I
walls.
feel like this is when your parents separate and your dad's poor and he's like, that's a job well done. Your mom's over here. Here's a lamp. And that's really cool. But, you know.
I mean, I feel both enlightened and warmed, so it's all good.
Oh, good.
That's awesome.
Where do you get
Good,
your lamp?
good. I needed some
And vaccinated.
self-reassurance.
You two
Ladies
will
and
be
gentlemen,
vaccinated.
we are
I am vaccinated.
we are now at $6,957.49. That's what, $43 away from $7,000.
Wow.
And we
let's
are,
get there.
We're almost
We
at
are
our-
so
at our
close. We're
circle.
about to wrap up the show, guys.
Let's get there.
Can we hit that? Can we hit that 7,000? That's
Awesome.
7 G's.
Oh, we're so close. I know we can.
Can we do it?
All right.
Let's,
We can do it.
everybody,
I
let's
know,
all
it's
hold
so
hands.
crazy.
Everybody
It's
hold
my
hands.
work.
Let's all reach out and hold hands together. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, and together we're going to say the famous ghoul chant. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
What are we doing?
I'm a ghoul, and we
You're
can
a
do
ghoul,
it.
And we
Yeah,
can do
here we
this.
go.
Yeah.
Here we
Danny-
go.
That was it. We did
That
it.
was- yep.
I'm a
and-
goal. We can do it. Here we go.
Did we do it? Seriously? Did that work?
No.
No, that we chanted. We finished the chanting
Oh,
part.
We did that part of the.
But you
right,
know,
this-
Yeah,
it's not about the
So
chanting,
we're-
it's about the friends we made along the way.
it's
yeah.
true.
There's that too.
That's
So we're-
the plot of
we're
Midsummer.
$57. $57 from our goal.
Yeah. So Danny, you teased a little story
43.
about a famous person at the beginning of this episode.
Oh, Stephen Hawking?
No,
Am I
but
still
we
here?
can do that one too.
If you've got a Stephen Hawking
Did you see
story,
him
I
do
kind
a
of want to hear
wheelie?
that too.
You said you had a story
So-
about a beach, a hunky beach man.
Yeah, I'll get to that. But first, I've got this pitch that I'm shopping around Hollywood.
Oh.
It's a mashup series. So it combines, well, it stars Stephen Hawking, right? You know, author of A Brief History of Time.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of combines
Ladies
that
Man Extraordinary. Yeah.
with Cronenberg's film version of History of Violence. So it's a brief history of violence. And the
Mm.
concept is he's this, brilliant physicist in a wheelchair, but actually he has a past life as a mafia hitman. So I'm shopping that around.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not getting, something about like,
Maybe it's
no one would ever fucking watch this, you lunatic. Where have you been? Cooped up in your house?
I think maybe
yeah.
that's just the line they're giving you because maybe it's too on the nose. Maybe it's too accurate. Maybe
they're
they, like
stealing my ideas.
maybe he
Brief
really
history of
is.
violence.
Maybe this is really the truth, and they're trying to protect him.
It's the big cover up.
Yeah.
It's a cover up. Yeah, yeah. Because
David
You know, he would
Hasselhoff
be.
would play him. I think he'd be a great Stephen Hawking.
totally. I mean, Stephen
never said
Hawking,
that sentence
the ladies'
before.
man,
In a
is-
breakout role.
You know.
Yeah, breakout
And
role.
David Hasselhoff in his Emmy award-winning performance
You
as
guys.
Mafia hitman Stephen Hawking.
The
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen, we just broke $7,042.49.
Wow.
Shut me up.
Whoa.
Insane.
Wow.
Okay, now we
Whoa.
have to hear the David Hasselhoff story.
So
we
it was-
have- we
All
gotta
I've got
hear.
in my head is Stephen Hawking saying things like, "I'm going to make you a deal you can't refuse."
I can see like David Hasselhoff playing Stephen Hawking, but like the chair is like all black and has a red flashing light.
Mhm.
it's kind of like a nice low kind
Yeah,
of.
I can like
Almost
turbo
British sounding
boost and
voice.
stuff.
It's got the little.
So now we've got Knight Rider mixed in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got Cronenberg's A History of Violence. We've got A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking, and we've got Knight Rider, and it's all in one, like, you know,
A brief
unavoidable.
history of
How
nighttime.
would you ever resist? Irresistible cocktail of cinematic glory.
So
Ooh.
what's your story about Beefy Hunky Beach Man?
Oh, I don't know. I was just talking.
There wasn't.
Yeah. What if that was just like you'd be like, oh, I just saw him once.
Shaggy
I
dog.
shouldn't say it. That's a big fan of your work.
No, I'll tell it another time. I'll tell
But
it
you
next-
call long jokes. You call long jokes Shaggy Dog.
Yeah.
I've only met one other person that does that, and I love
that's what they're
and I grew up saying that, and nobody else says it.
That's
Yeah,
the
Shaggy
official
Dog.
name for
Perfect.
long, meandering, non sequitur, Dadaist jokes. That's it. They're called Shaggy Dog jokes or Shaggy Dog. Ma. Wait, any? What else did they go by? What else would you call a joke that
People
seems to go
just call them
somewhere?
annoying when I do them.
My life.
See, the key is you have to entrance people. It's all about the friends we made along the way.
Right.
If you entice them with the delivery, they almost don't care where it's going.
Right. If you want to tell a good Shaggy Dog, you gotta really like, you know, take it from me, professional actor. You really gotta act your way into it. Like you gotta, you gotta commit yourself to
You
the
gotta
joke and
commit.
to the story, and like
You got to be
into it.
committed.
Yeah.
That's right. You got to get committed.
Mhm. I will say podcasts are not the best place to do Shaggy Dog jokes because then you're really just wasting like thousands of people's time. And
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin. It wastes
and I got in
electricity.
trouble
Who wants
once,
to do that?
and I got
Speaking
contacted.
of time, we hit our goal, and I think it's time to wrap up the episode. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Well, before
Wow.
we go, we should ask Danny a few questions about voice acting and how he got the
whatever.
role.
You talk into a mic, they pay you. You go home. That's
What?
They talk to him like they pay you.
What?
Starring Negative
Well,
Man.
that's better than what we do.
How did you get into voice acting? What was
I
your
don't know,
what was
whatever,
your
you make a
entry point?
demo, You to make a demo and what? No,
You just do
honestly, the
thing.
first voiceover I ever did was for my own short films, making films like Pancake Boy and Part Time, and doing the voiceover for them, and then eventually I made a demo, found an agent, and the rest. Here I am talking to you guys.
Yeah, and you've done quite a bit of voice acting in video games now. That I was
Quite
taking a look
bit.
at.
Mhm.
Some of them people have actually played.
Yeah,
I especially like your performance as pedestrians in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, and there's an open call. If anybody is playing that game and you come across somebody who could be me, not like you would know it me, but let's say you have a sense it's me. If there's a way to record it and get that to me, I would appreciate that. Care of podcast.
Now, are you doing in the game? Obviously, it takes place in the West, but it's like generally Americana. There's like different locations in the game. Are you doing kind of a Western kind of thing,
Yeah.
or
You put a little draw on it. Just that
Put a
sort
little-
of thing. If
little
I remember,
draw.
I did this a few years ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and actually, story.
Darn. Do
The
you say things
audition
like
was like
You
the
know, that's not
the
bad.
audition was due.
That's not bad.
before. What are we talking about?
what?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm sorry. I don't. I
Sorry,
don't have
go
it in
on.
my
Dave.
hand.
Dave tried to say something, but what were you
The
saying?
audition was due.
Oh no, I just said
up.
you're.
I give up. That's it. Come on, Dave. Put him up.
Did it again.
That's it. Wait. Let's.
All right, let's both talk at the same time.
there's a delay. This is inevitable. It fucks with your timing. The internet is not real life, kids.
That's true.
Don't do drugs, stay in school. Or do drugs, don't stay in school. Your choice. I don't give a fuck.
You kind of have to choose one or the other.
So I remember for that one, it said do up to 4 different Southern regional accents. So I did just kind of my all-purpose drawl, which isn't really specific to a particular. And then I did research, which I really enjoy doing. I did this Appalachian voice, this kind of South Louisiana voice, sort of a Cajun thing. And then I did, what am I forgetting? One more. Oh, sort of more of a genteel, you don't say your R kind of
Southern gentleman.
And in the end, they're like,
yeah.
In the end, yeah, exactly. And in the end, they're like, yeah, just do the draw. That's fine. So the one thing, kids at home, the showbiz will waste your goddamn time. It's just inevitable. You just roll with it, and every now and then something falls in your lap, and before you know it, you're on a podcast.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes you get to be on TV shows like America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
That was the thing, right? Like what
that was
what
what
did you tell us about that? What did you do on America's Got Talent?
That was the Hasselhoff story, actually.
Oh.
Is it the same thing as the Hasselhoff story?
Yeah, that is the
We
Hasselhoff
get around
story.
to it. Oh my God. Yes.
Let's just say, okay, I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm a little hungry. I don't feel like I can do the whole story justice with low blood sugar. But let's just say Piers Morgan, one of the sleaziest guys on the planet,
I agree with you.
looked at me and said, "You must be one of the stupidest people on earth." And let's just say that David Hasselhoff kind of stared at me, probably semi-intoxicated, and something like, "See you on Hollywood Boulevard, dude." And then let's just say that Sharon Osbourne of Aussie semi-fame, she didn't say anything. She just sort of clucked. She sort of went, and who am I forgetting? There was one more, wasn't there? I can't remember.
Was Howie on that year? I feel like Howie's been there.
No,
since
this was pre-Howie.
Was
like the
Piers Morgan and God, what was his name? Ruben? Was it
There's only 3 listed in the season: Piers, Sharon, and David.
Was it
okay? That's
Randy?
it. It feels like there was a 4th person.
Yeah.
Jerry Springer
Like,
was
3
part
of them.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a host early on.
Yeah,
he was.
They cut to somebody with a mic. That might have been him.
That was the host. Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, my favorite part. Okay, 2 favorite parts. So after Piers Morgan, quote unquote, disemboweled me on television. So I'm dressed as this character that I've created. You can actually, if you want to see the character in all his glory, I made a short. Find that on my YouTubes. But me, I'm wearing like a pointy party hat, and I'm wearing a polka dotted house coat dress. And he says to me, because I'm in character, and he's like, "You must be one of the stupidest people on earth." And I just sort of look at him, grinning like a complete idiot, my mouth open wide, my eyes wide open, and I just raise both my middle fingers in unison right up at him. And I'm telling you, the guy he just sputtered. It literally was like I'm not exaggerating.
That was
That's
a great
what he
impression
did.
of him. Yeah, he's a jackass.
That's what he did. And hilariously, I got escorted out of the building. Like, these people are such goddamn snowflakes. Like, it's like Frank Zappa once said, the closest anybody gets to improvisation in Hollywood is when someone either puts a little extra rosemary on a dumpling at a restaurant or somebody farts. So they just couldn't, the audience loved it, like the studio audience, but nobody could handle it. And they literally had a security escort me out of the building. But
they needed that good B-roll, Danny.
Well,
Yeah.
I tried to give them good beer. I actually started directing that point. I was like, "Hey, how about you get a shot of me?" And I'm like still in character, but I'm dragging my props forlornly on the ground. And you get a shot of me like looking back sort of wistfully from the door.
Yeah, and have a cameraman follow me out to the street so I can stand on the corner in the rain.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, it's LA, it wasn't, but yeah, they followed me out into the alley.
That's
outside
awesome.
of the studio. Like, it was great. And then like kicks in the nuts. In the end, they didn't use anything. Like, all they used, you see me, and again, I did this audition in, right? But you see me as a part of the so-called quote unquote Shorago group. So they lie about where you are, and they just showed me in like this long tie, like literally maybe a second. I mean, it was an utter fucking waste of time. But it did lead to an appearance a year or two later on. Comedy Central did a new version of the Gong Show. That was a lot.
Oh yeah.
We got paid. Look, there's a message in here. One, well, I don't know. I'm not going to give you one. I'll tell. We don't do this non-union shit until, except in the earlier part of career, and then stick to the union stuff if you can. Easier said than done, I will admit. Unions are good. Pro-union.
Unions are helpful.
Yeah,
sure.
so that's it. Like Hasselhoff was more of like a supporting character. He was one of the judges. It was before, maybe a year or two, I guess, before his like drunkenly eating a sandwich off a hotel floor. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And that's I think that's when they changed things up. I used to love those early versions of America's Got Talent because you could tell David Hasselhoff was like always drunk. And I love David Hasselhoff. He would offer like very little commentary.
He gregarious, pleasant dude or whatever, but he just, now that you like, once that happened, like, club sandwich off the floor of his hotel room and his poor daughter is pleading for him to get help. I mean, it's pretty sad to be honest. But once you've seen that, then you go, oh yeah, he probably was. I mean, he wasn't stumbling at that point. He probably just sort of had a few nips from the flask. But yeah, he was. I mean, again, flipping that dude off, and then later on, sleazeball. I wish I had said something because he even at that point, Piers Morgan had this sleazy track record.
Oh, we lost you again, Danny.
Myself. Can you hear me now?
Yep, there you are.
You're back.
1, 2. It's funny, there for a second, you lost me right as my body started to sort of materialize again.
Oh, is that the problem? Is the body fighting to come back?
He's fading in and out of the astral plane.
Yeah, that's why he's hungry now.
Fading in.
Yeah, how did you? So you have a band, the Fuxidos, right?
I wanted to bring this up too.
Yeah.
Dude, look this up. Yeah, go to your social media, kids, and it's the Fuxedos. It's like tuxedos, but with an F, so it makes a fuck sound.
Yeah, and there's songs like this one. I wonder if this will come through.
Ooh.
Nope, it's not going through.
Nope.
Like this one.
John Cage is work.
32 seconds.
Oh,
Twice in a row I've made that
Maybe
joke.
I can make it work. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Try it now.
Check 1, 2.
Here we go.
I go on the swing. I wanna go on the seesaw. I wanna go on the slide. I wanna go on the swing. Seesaw. I wanna go on the slide. I wanna go on the swing. I wanna go on the seesaw. I wanna go to Disneyland. Fuck Disneyland. I wanna go to Disneyland. I wanna go on the slide. I wanna go on the slide.
So anyway, that's.
It's just to end.
Oh no! Oh.
Seconds later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
37 seconds.
Oh wait, here.
No,
This is the end.
There we go.
There it is. I cut it too short.
Yeah, that's one of our early ones.
Except Dave. We're getting everyone repeat.
Ooh, it's
No, Dave, Tom, I mean.
I'm sorry, that was me because I had to change the setting trying to get this through. Sit all up. There you go. Should be better now.
Yes.
Sorry.
Check 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Oh, good.
Tom, we've never almost crashed the plane, but there we got.
Ooh, that was close.
Like right there in the
That was close.
ground. We were flying real low. Like the radar didn't pick us up, and So what I really like that sound, and it reminds me a lot of like it's like a more punk rock version of Go Go Bordello, which is like kind of like a gypsy punk band, I guess. They're like yeah. They get kind of like there's like I've watched some of your videos and stuff. There's like a party feel kind of, and we were talking about funk before the show, and it's like there's kind of like a performative element to your live shows and stuff.
Low-key, as the
I
kids
think
say.
is really fun.
Thank you.
Low key.
Yeah, it's
Low key.
One of these days, I'm going to wade through some of the more recent stuff that's right now just living on hard drives and live videos and such.
Yeah.
See if I can See if anything's worth posting. But yeah, lots of storytelling, lots of satire, political and otherwise, lots of costume changes, lots of radical eclecticism. I try to mix it in a song. I want to have one song sound like the other. Still hear me?
That's good. That keeps it.
Yeah, I think you,
I exist? I
you
can
keep
hear
cutting
you,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do I exist? Am
Yep,
I real?
You exist.
Am I a brain in a
You
vat?
exist. It's the side
You're a
effect.
real
It's a
boy.
side effect of you coming back into your corporeal form.
I just found a video on the Fuxitos Facebook page with you singing "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
Yeah, that would not so much be the fuck.
For some reason, it's on the page though.
I mean, it probably says something like, "Oh, and here's our." Think of that as like a side
project.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're dressed up.
Side project.
Yeah, you're dressed up in your ghoul outfit.
Although, yes, for that one, that was
Mhm.
at Magic City Con,
Mm.
Hoover, Alabama.
Oh.
But there is some kismet. I've probably said this a million times, but your audience is probably new to my shtick. My band actually did a cover of "I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire" before I knew anything about
Oh.
it. I just liked. I mean, I love the ink spots.
Yeah.
And I kind of start the tune with crescendoing apocalyptic noise, and then it reaches this fever pitch, and I've got this like cow skull mask on, and then suddenly it segues into right. So I just kind of like the dark humor of it all, and then it turns out low.
We lost you again.
The internet is getting mad at us.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know what we
trying
did.
to tell us something.
Yeah. Well.
How much of what I just said did you get?
We got the
Beginning part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dark humor
the
part.
crescendo with the music, and there's
Yeah.
apocalyptic sounds. It's like, yeah, we got it. And then you start with the song, and then it's like, oh, that's fun. Yeah,
But this
we
is
got that.
before I was in Fallout or knew anything about Fallout. See?
So now you know everything about Fallout,
kismet.
though. You know, like all
yeah.
of it.
Yeah. I know a lot of answer E's.
So I actually have a
Yeah.
question for Danny on that. So
Talk
like,
to me, Ghoul.
how did you get to, I mean, even audition for the voice of Hancock? I mean, how did that arise? What's the story behind that?
Oh, it was okay. I'll tell.
No.
Point of a talk show, right? So I didn't even know it was Fallout, and I didn't even know it was Hancock. It was some game. I think I knew it was a game. They don't tell you. They want to. All of them try and stay as secretive as possible. They don't want leaks. So I auditioned for some game. Got it through my agent, and I auditioned to be the voice of a peddler ghoul, or so I thought. But it turns out that was just a decoy to not reveal anything about this character.
Oh, that's
So I didn't
clever,
know-
Todd.
Oh yeah. So I actually didn't know anything. Well, okay, I didn't know it was Fallout until probably about a year into off and on, and I didn't know that my character was Hancock or any of that until I showed up at the studio for the. So it was just you do a bunch of auditions. That's how the game works in showbiz. Every now and then you get something, and then sometimes you're doing a gig and you don't even know.
Your body has floated away again.
I wonder if that happens.
The
I
body
wonder
is
if that
getting in the
happens
way
for,
of the
like,
microphone.
a little bit.
Sometimes if Windows
But
Update
I'm curious
is,
if that happens for people that are like,
sometimes if you have a lot of windows open
Ah.
or if Windows Update is running in the background, it'll tank your internet connection.
So if I have like the
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever you were about to say.
Whatever
Yeah.
you were
Whatever it
about to
was,
say.
That was it.
You cut out there again.
Uh-huh. Well, Dave, you were going to say something.
oh yeah, it's kind of funny because it's like, I'm curious about how often does that happen for people like with larger roles? Like obviously, like for like if you're gonna play Superman, like the studio's like working with you and you've got this big thing and they're gonna like probably reach out to a person individually for that kind of stuff. But for some of these like big time roles, like how many people are like, oh shit, I get to be like, I don't know, like Aquaman. Like you think like Like they were like, oh, we got a great Aquaman in mind, Jason Momoa. Like, like what was that audition process like for for those people? It just it's funny to me how secretive this kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I'm guessing in that case,
it's kind of
like,
silly.
Jason Momoa, Jason Momoa knows what he's I doubt he's auditioning for something like that, but I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs. I just know in the video game world, it's all on a need to know basis, and as far as they're concerned, you don't need to know shit. Now, you have to know little things, right? You got to understand the context, so they're directing you, and sometimes they have to reveal a little bit more of the scene. But in general, yeah, you're pretty disconnected from the world in the studio.
It must
totally
be
for movies and TV. For movies and TV, it's like, they'll tell everybody, it's like, oh, we're gonna film, like, we knew that they were filming, like, I don't know, I'm just using superheroes because it's easy. Like the new Batman film. It's like the moment they like set foot on a set, they were like, Batman's happening. It's going on right now. You gotta wait 4 years for it though. But video games, it could be like, they could be already done with the game and then announce to be like, hey, this thing is happening. And you really don't get to be a part of that, like, process of kind of the hype cycle for that, which is this is like a great 2020, the hype cycle of that shit. Like it's very small for video games. I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm just like, just riffing now.
Do I answer that? I'm not
hanging out.
Was there a question in there?
No, you don't. I'm just.
All I heard was
I'm monologuing. I'm monologuing at this point. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go soon.
Yeah,
All right,
well,
let's call
Danny,
this shit.
thanks for joining us, buddy. This has been a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
thank you to
My
our contestants.
pleasure.
You guys were awesome. You got most of the
thank you
questions
all.
right. You guys did great, and congratulations to Rat on winning. And hope you enjoy that nuke
Enjoy your
my blood's
lamp.
in it.
I am going to enjoy my lamp. I am, in fact, a luck build, so this kind of just plays out.
Yeah, I want pictures because I want to be.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. You guys know how to get a hold of us at the Fallout Hub. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao, baby.